WWE's Chief Content Officer Triple H has joined President Trump's Council of Sports and Wellbeing. Cody Rhodes wants to bring back some old but violent match types to WWE, and it's been revealed that Hulk Hogan was privately battling cancer at the time of his passing. What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Ben Allison here at Wrestling Republic, and you are watching Wrestling Republic News, the news show which brings you all your wrestling non-dirt sheet news in the time that it takes for you to drink your morning coffee. Let's get into it. So the big headline in the wrestling landscape yesterday was the fact that Triple H visited the White House, visited Donald Trump, and there was a lot of question marks around this when it was first reported yesterday morning by CNN. But it turns out the reason that Triple H was there was because President Trump is appointing him to be on the Council of Sports, Fitness and Nutrition, which he is reinstating. The idea behind this is to make America healthy again, and it also re-established the presidential fitness test, which is basically a program which they do in schools in America to make sure everybody is fit. It was abandoned in 2012, and now they are bringing it back, and Triple H is on the council to bring it back, along with other things to make America healthy again, as they say. Now, it is really important to note two things. Firstly, Triple H nor anybody else on this council will receive any money other than to pay off their travel or whatever, stuff like that, right? But they are not going to get paid for this. And the second important thing to clarify is this does not necessarily mean that Triple H is a fan of President Trump. It does not mean that politically he aligns with him. All it means is that President Trump has identified him as an expert in his space to help the country. Now, maybe Triple H is a fan of Trump, maybe he is not. What I do know is, depending on which aisle you are on, this news is either great or absolutely terrible. It is not going to be something which the IWC are going to stop talking about for a little bit of time. Also visiting the White House alongside Triple H yesterday were New York Giants linebacker Lawrence Taylor, golfer Bryson DeChambeau, and Kansas Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker. The White House also posted a video of Triple H doing his typical water spit outside the White House. I mean, what has politics come to? Cody Rhodes has expressed a desire to bring back some old match types at WWE. Speaking to W Fan, he said that he'd love to bring back First Blood matches to WWE. He is fascinated by the psychology which goes into them. Another match type he'd love to bring back is a dog collar match, but he noted that he doesn't think it's possible due to the fact that it goes around the necks of performers, and that is true. Massive health hazard, but also sponsors, they're not usually too keen on those types of things, and WWE, after all, is a business. But another match that he said he'd love to bring back is having barbed wire rope matches. And this is something which we haven't even seen, I don't know if we've ever seen in WWE, honestly. We'd be going back absolute years and years if we have, but I don't think we even have. And honestly, those would be absolutely fascinating to see, and if gimmicked correctly, they're not actually as violent as a lot of other match types which WWE already do. So honestly, I'd be interested in that. But would you guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Paul Heyman has slammed CBS for ending The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and said that instead, they should have given The Late Night Show to him. And while, of course, in typical Paul Heyman fashion, this was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but he has expressed a desire in the past to do a late-night show. Could it potentially happen in the future? I would not rule it out. And he told TMZ that if CBS wants ratings, then give him a call. Now let's head over to All Elite Wrestling because they do have a brand new champion, a brand new TNT champion, after Kyle Fletcher defeated Dustin Rhodes last night on Collision. I mean, clearly the Rhodes family loves blood because there was a lot of blood in this one, but in the end, Fletcher got the victory and he stuck a screwdriver through the knee of Dustin. Of course, Dustin Rhodes won the TNT Championship at All in Texas when the original match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher got cancelled because of an injury to Adam Cole. And based on this, I can only presume Kyle Fletcher was originally meant to defeat Cole that night, but due to the sadness of Cole getting injured, they decided to give the crowd a feel-good moment and give the title to Dustin, just for him to lose it a few weeks later to Kyle Fletcher, who was meant to be the original winner. Really smart booking there by AEW, but this match is dividing a lot of opinions due to its violence. Have you seen this match yet? If so, what were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, please leave a like and comment while you were there. Sorry, like and subscribe while you were there as well, because it really does massively help us out. Thank you, guys. But talking about All Elite Wrestling, they have announced 2 matches for the Forbidden Door show in London on August 24th. The first one is for the AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm versus Athena. Athena is cashing in her title opportunity, which she won at All in Texas, and no doubt about it, this one is going to be a banger. Meanwhile, there will be another championship on the line as the AEW Unified Championship will be defended when Kazuchika Okada takes on Swerve Strickland. Another banger. I was really hoping to go to this show, guys. I really was. It doesn't look like I'm going anymore, unfortunately, but I'll definitely be watching at home because the card is stacked. Of course, the show has had a little bit of difficulties when it comes to actually building Forbidden Door storylines for it, because of course, New Japan Pro Wrestling are currently doing their biggest tournament of the year, the G1 Climax, so not really any of their major stars can be in America right now. But they'll have a couple of weeks after it to build stuff up, but I do think it is quite poor timing to actually do the event when they're doing it. But talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling, the legendary Tetsuya Naito, of course, left the company earlier this year, and he hasn't really done much since, apart from this past weekend when he competed at Rev Pro alongside Bushi. Speaking to Tokyo Sports, he gave an update on what his plan is, and he revealed that originally he was hoping to go from the UK straight to the US, but due to visa issues and basically struggling to be able to get a visa to work in the US right now, that plan is currently off the table. So instead, he's just going to travel around Europe. But fascinatingly, he's ruled out returning to Japan for the time being, despite acknowledging the fact that New Japan Pro Wrestling is currently struggling to draw crowds for this G1 Climax tournament. Of course, let's be real about it, Naito has been nowhere near his old self in recent years. He's had so many injuries, and I think that is why New Japan weren't really pushing him, and probably why he's ended up leaving the company. Last week, wrestling legend and icon Hulk Hogan passed away at the age of 71, while his cause of death has now been confirmed as a heart attack. And that part isn't very surprising, it was rumored at the time. But what is surprising is, according to records which the New York Post have obtained, he was privately battling cancer when he passed away. Specifically, chronic leukemia. Now, of course, Hulk Hogan had not brought this up, but not only that, but none of his friends who all have podcasts where, let's face it, they like to just talk about everybody's private details, none of them mentioned it either. And neither did his family in any statement or anything like that. And since this report has come out, nobody has actually said they've known. So it is possible this man was really battling cancer on his own. I mean, to still stay in the public eye as much as he was staying in it while battling something like that and keeping it to yourself, I mean, honestly, that is quite sad. Obviously, there's a lot you can say about Hulk Hogan, a lot of negative, a lot of disgusting things, which he did say. We've also seen, obviously, a lot of positive stories about him in the last couple of weeks as well. But this is really heartbreaking. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. But to end the show on a little bit more of a positive note, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made a declaration yesterday that August 1st will be known as Hulk Hogan Day in Florida. And that's today. So today is Hulk Hogan Day. Happy Hulk Hogan Day to all the Floridians out there. But that does bring us to the end of the show, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I will be back on Monday to bring you guys more news. Have a fantastic weekend and enjoy SummerSlam. Peace.